So you've decided that retirement means that you are going to move to another city, maybe even another state. Maybe you're going to move near your grandkids finally. Maybe you're going to be moving to a warmer climate. But hold your horses before you go ahead and pull that trigger. We need to think about this from all perspectives. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Oftentimes when people are nearing retirement, they start to think about what they want their retirement lifestyle to look like. And sometimes that includes a move. In our experience here at Pleasant Wealth, we've seen people move with success, and we've seen people move and there's been some hiccups along the way. This is a series of 2 videos in which I will touch on some ways that you can be researching the area that you're planning to move to and be thinking about the situation other than the standard, I like Florida, I've been there several times, and I'm planning to move there. Giving you a little bit more strategic thinking so that you are certain that this is not going to impact negatively your retirement income. But before we get into that, a word from our sponsor. Hi, we're the Happiness IRA. Have you subscribed to this channel? If not, you should. What a great sponsor. For this example, I'm going to talk about Savannah, Georgia. Let's say that you have decided Savannah, Georgia is the place that you want to move. Maybe you have some kids that live nearby, but you've also heard that Savannah, Georgia is a nice mix of ocean, mountain, and city, historical city. That's great. So what are the steps that you can take to better get to know Savannah, Georgia, not just from the tourist perspective? So these first items are things that you can look at from afar. Things that you don't have to be present in Savannah, Georgia, but will help you get to know the culture of the area and whether it feels like a good fit for you. The first thing that you're going to do is call up the Visitors Bureau. Or, if you want to, go online to the Visitors Bureau website. In my past life, I worked for a convention and Visitors Bureau of Knox County. And when I was there, I learned a couple of things about the Visitor's Guide that I think would be helpful for you. A Visitor's Guide, of course, has the events that are throughout the year. You can get to know kind of the rhythm of the city. Additionally, the Visitor's Guide also gives you a little historical background. They want to really paint the picture of why the city is important to American history, and for you, as you're thinking about potentially moving to this area, it's going to showcase some of those key events in the past that have brought the culture to where it is. And you want to know some of those pieces of information because they might impact your day-to-day living. You might also find some information about the Chamber of Commerce in there, which is going to show you, again, what type of businesses are in the area and maybe some of those key people that you might want to have a conversation with or get coffee with eventually. So the next thing that you want to do is turn to social media. Facebook groups are an excellent way for you to start conversations and get into the know of an area. You can look up, in this example, Savannah organizations like their Rotary or their Lions Club if you are service-oriented. Or maybe you want to look up some neighborhood associations that have some conversations going on about what's happening in their area. You can just get some insider information that you might not normally be able to get from other avenues. What I like about this is not only can you be a little fly on the wall, but you can also start to engage in conversations and people will recognize that you're planning to move to the area or consider moving to the area, and they might be people that you want to connect with later to have coffee with and kind of ask some of those bigger questions that you have about the area. Also on social media, if you happen to use Instagram, I like to use that as finding pictures. So what I would do is go onto Instagram and use what are called hashtags, and maybe hashtags for Savannah, Georgia, or a hashtag Savannah Seniors. Seeing those pictures is going to help you find out what the everyday lifestyle looks like for that Savannah resident. The final item that I would do from afar, from the comfort of your own home, is to get a subscription to the local newspaper. Hold them in 2 hands. You have social media, who's obviously going to paint more of a positive picture, especially those Instagram pictures. People want to show their best life. And the newspaper is probably going to be a little bit more negative, showcasing some of the negative things because that's what sells in media, right? But a newspaper is going to show you what's really going on, what's important to the area, some of the key issues that are on a ballot, or some issues in specific neighborhoods. It's going to paint a good picture and balance out what social media is showing you about that area that you're considering moving to. Alright friends, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Stay tuned for the next episode where I'll be talking about some key things in travel, maybe going to Savannah, Georgia, to better understand what it would be like to move there. Alright, with all of that, I will leave you, and you take care.